So how do we stand out in this AI and 21st century world? It's a lot. We have to shift, we have to move. It is a lot. So I was having a conversation with my daughter, which is why I chose this topic. And my daughter, she graduated for college, and the industry that she's in, it's high pace with communications and acting, and basically any job that she gets, she have to work extra hard. You know, she's been extras on different type of TV shows, and she's been on film and radio and all kinds of different things, but her job is what she's working and what she's doing now. It's not related to all the money that we paid for her college. So I said, let me pick this topic because I was telling her, you have to be different. You have to do something different. This is a 21st century AI world. Things are shaking and moving all the time. So I wanted to just go over some of my thoughts that I put down, because it's important that you are completely set apart. You are different than whomever is walking through those doors. Whether you are making your own, creating whatever it is that you want to do, going out for a job, you have to be different. And what I said to her was, I said, when you come from work, because the whole conversation was, oh my God, Mom, I'm tired. I'm doing this 9 to 5. I said, listen, you're 25. When I was 25, I had you and your brother. I had your brother at 19, and here you come 6 years later. I was 25 with 2 kids. I was working in school, and I had y'all to care for as a single parent. You are 25 with no kids, and you better not have none because you're not ready, with no kids, and you want to, what is the problem here? What are we doing? So the question was, when you get out of work, you're home, what are you doing when you get out of work? Oh, I'm tired. It's not an excuse, because my day started at 6 and didn't end till 11 p.m. 3 days out of the week. My choice, yes, to have 2 kids. Yeah, it was my choice. But it's also your choice to whatever field you're in. And now that we paid that money, I am attached to your choice. So listen here. Anybody, I am coming to you as, a mother, and also as someone that has been doing businesses over a decade, and you have to stand out. Now this world is different. I have to stand out. My worlds have to shift, my jobs, my positions. I'm now training my staff on AI. Things have to change. So you want to make sure that why you do and what you do, and you're asking yourself, like, why am I doing this? What am I doing? You're asking yourself these questions because you want to be able to answer them directly. AI is very important, and you have to be able to work faster. You have to be able to automate, and you also have to be able to free up your time. And right here talking to you, this is my time. It is not easy for me to do these videos, but I had to create a calendar to carve time out. Majority of what I do is, I'm gonna say 80% is AI now. I use different types of AI apps in order to navigate my work, my workflow, my businesses, because this is where it is. There are people getting hired, making a lot of money utilizing AI. So you have to be able to move when the world moves. I mean, this is what the Jetson century. You have to move as the world is moving. Or you're going to be stuck. And I said to her, if you're not doing something different, can you tell yourself that every day when you get home from work, for 2 hours, at least 7 days a week, 5 days a week, for 2 hours, you're working on your craft. You're out there, you're not only sending resumes, you're putting resumes on a drive. Everything is automated. You want to go into these studios, you want to meet Tyler Perry, whatever it is you want to do, put it on a drive. Figure it out and get it done. So it's everything's not paper resumes. You have to be creative, So I really want you to understand the passion, because you have to replace your voice, your story. And this is what I told her, with a personal touch. You have to be able to make connections. When I came up, I didn't have this. This is so much easier. I was just sending emails out, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Thanksgiving. And that's how I landed my first teaching job at Drexel University, because I stayed connected. But now, the most time that people are using, I don't care what age group you're in, you're spending more time scrolling on Instagram and Facebook. Honestly, I only go on these platforms when I need to look at something or upload, or, I have a virtual assistant. I may be in a different category, but I've never been that type to constantly scroll. I scrolled last night for like an hour. And I was happy about that because, I was laughing, but I couldn't sleep. But that's not my end all. I don't wake up. I see people, they wake up, the first thing they do, go on Facebook. If you're not where you want to be, mind your business, get your job done, get on Facebook to do what you need to do, make money, whatever it is, YouTube, podcast. I don't care what you're doing, but you have to do something that's different. So you have to be able to be AI driven. Honestly, in this world, you need to learn the products. You can't run from it because this is where it is. This is honestly the new world. So you want to build a personal brand that speaks to you personally, not a brand that is everybody. Forget a business card. Ain't nobody thinking about business cards. Like, get your life right. You have to do something that is more. People want to know who they're buying from, what kind of program you have. Are you getting contracts? I have, government contracts. I have an after school program. I have these different things that is going on, but it's because, I seen the vision and I work at it. I'm up sometimes 2-3 hours at night extra than I guess than I really want to be, because sometimes I have 12-hour days, and I have to be able, and honestly, I have to be able to work my days out, like literally organize my days. What am I doing for this business, this day, that day? And using AI honestly helped me do that. So you want to make sure that you have lifelong learning that is non-negotiable, like you are learning, right? So the truth is, people who win in 21st century are the ones who never stop learning. And honestly, that's me. I'm never going to stop learning. I'm always going to learn grants. I'm always going to apply to grants. I'm going to try to figure this out. If I don't have a way or no way, I'm going to figure this out, because I know I was called to help people. I know I was called to help you in any category, the children that I serve and help. I'm building this financial literacy entrepreneurship program, helping kids from 10 to 13 years old in the city of Millville, New Jersey, because I was called to do that. This 21st century world, I have to teach them AI. I have to do things different. So everything that I did 3 years ago already have my curriculum. I now have to change it to be AI related. It is what it is. There's no need to cry. Either you're going to be different or you're going to be like everybody else. So you have to pick what you want to be. You do not need another degree. Don't go out here trying to get a degree to adapt and all that. Just adapt and be willing to adapt. You do not need another degree. So instead of asking, what if AI takes my job, ask what skills can I add this year that sets me apart. And I was just having a conversation with my other daughter, my baby, who's in college, and we were just going over, listen, let me show you some of the stuff on AI. Let me show you these different things. Even though you're in school for this, you're not quite there. They're not where you're at. You didn't learn this yet. Let me show you. It could be a little bit creepy because, you can learn different languages and all these things, but utilize that. Utilize everything that you possibly can. I'm not an AI guru. I'm just telling you that you need to get AI savvy in this 21st century. So I want you to lead with a purpose. I want you to use technology to assist you, not replace you. It's not going to replace your job. I want you to build a personal brand that speaks when you're not in a room. And I want you to commit to lifelong learning. You can do this. You got this. You can do anything that you want to do. I always say fly like a bird. I tell my daughters, fly like a bird, because anything that you want to do, you can absolutely get it done. You know why? Because you have to be able to adapt. You have social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You have all these different platforms, LinkedIn. You can do this. But if you are not spending the majority of your time working in your craft in making yourself better, no matter if you have a high school degree or a college degree, if you're not setting yourself apart. And I tell my daughters, they are in fields that are hard. They're in acting, they're in communications, they're out here to be seen on a television device. It's different and it's harder. But they can do it. You can do it, but you have to set yourself apart. So why don't you go out here, get this AI world, get this stuff done, get these tools, because you have to stand out in this 21st century world. Go out there and get it done. Let's go.